right now it's not looking too promising for a little bit of action, but hey, we'll see what we get. What I am fired up about this week is that I have gone 3 for 4. I have traded every single day this week. I traded Monday, I traded Tuesday, I traded Wednesday, I traded Thursday. The only day I lost on was on Wednesday. So only day I lost was on Wednesday. Monday was a good, I think it was like $298 gain, just shy of 300 bucks. Tuesday was just like a $100 gain. Then took that loss on Wednesday. Yesterday was a $400 gain, and then hopefully again I could get a little bit of profit today. We'll see, right? We'll see what's going to be coming on up. We'll see if we're going to be able to make any sort of any sort of big profit, but we'll really just, break it on down. We'll see what we have. I'm not seeing any sort of lower floats. I'm not seeing any sort of anything jumping off. So if I just want to, keep my my funds until Monday, that's always an option as well. Little heads up, guys, just because a lot of people are asking, Monday the stock market is open. All right. So just a little heads up about that. But I'm pretty sure banks are closed on Monday. So what you guys want to understand is if you trade today, your funds, if you're underneath $25,000, are not going to settle until Tuesday. Okay. So again, if your funds have to settle either today or today, you guys are not going to be able to trade until Tuesday because that is the next time the banks are open. All right. So just a little heads up about that. Banks are closed Monday. The stock market is open. The next time we have off is Thanksgiving. We're going to be having a Thanksgiving off, and then we have a half day on Friday, the day after Thanksgiving, before the weekend. All right. So just a little heads up about that. You will be here Monday. Monday, I'm going to be ready to rock and roll. I'm going to be fired up as always because, it's 2 days off and now we're getting back into trading. And by that time, I'm having withdrawal of being away from chat and being away from trading in the stock market. As you guys know, I absolutely love our Money Mondays. So that's going to be so much fun. Let's go over our morning newsletter. Let's talk about everything we're seeing right now, and then we'll dive into all the different stocks. So what we have here, guys, is good morning. Good morning. Happy Friday. Let's wrap up this week the right way. It is a little slower, so make sure you are waiting for your trade. If you don't see anything today, hey, that's okay. Save your funds. Get ready to rock for Monday. Right? Yeah, you know it, Monstar Trader. So today is Friday. Fridays, as you guys know, are the toughest trading day of the week because of lack of news, lack of traders, which equals lack of volume in the market. If you are going to trade today, you are going to want to do it within the first 2 hours of the stock market being open. You do not want to trade over lunch hours or swing stocks on Friday, as there is low volume and a lot of uncertainty. There is no afternoon trading commentary on Fridays. Now, again, this is not always the case on Fridays. Personally, I am not a huge Friday trader. Right? That is just my personal opinion that I'm not a huge Friday trader, but like I know Rapid loves Fridays, right? He's the type of guy who sticks around all Fridays and he loves to trade during the whole entire day. So, I mean, some people really enjoy Fridays, maybe a little bit of a slower play or at the as well. You may be able to see a quick pop or quick run and you could be able to scalp that out. Some people, again, aren't a huge fan of the lack of press releases, and that's like myself. So, hey, I mean, just because it's Friday doesn't mean you can't trade. I'm not saying don't trade. I'm saying be smart. And if you are new to the market, you may just want to see how it works out on a Friday because it is a little bit different, right? What else are we going to be talking about? Guys, we're going to be talking about that giveaway. All right. Last time I went on Instagram Live, I talked about it a little bit. We're going to be going over all the stocks, and then we'll talk about the giveaway and see what you guys want to do. The reason I do these giveaways are for you. Whatever you guys want, that is personally going to make me happy. So, again, we'll go over that in probably about like 15 minutes or so after we go over the best stocks to play. All right. So we'll go over that because I know, again, there's a little bit of controversy, I guess you could say, about that. And we'll make sure that you guys completely understand, but we'll talk about the giveaway in probably about 10 to 15 minutes. All right. So again, 10 to 15 minutes, Matt, we'll go over absolutely everything about it. Today, things that we really want to be looking at, mid-cap plays, guys. Let's not forget about that, right? So the mid-cap plays, let's not forget about that because those were the biggest money makers this week. Did we see a little bit of climbing? Did we see a little bit of ripping? Did we see a little bit of running, on the penny stocks? Yeah, but the big money was where? NXCT this week or NCXT, right? Yeah. So this was NXTC. This was the big money maker this week, right? This was on a Tuesday. The stock went from $25 all the way up to $109. It was awesome, right? Then what did we see after that? We saw CNST, and CNST went from $18 and all the way up to $45. And the day after that, what did we see? Yesterday, how did I make $400? COLL. This was the best ripper. This was the best runner. This week has been a ton of mid caps. So, kind of going into today, what should your mindset be going into today? Hey, maybe I should focus on some mid caps. Maybe I should focus on what stocks are going to be coming on out, what stocks are going to be taking on off, right? I may want to be looking towards the mid cap plays because those are the ones that have been getting a lot of momentum, right? So it would be the same exact thing if we saw penny stocks. We saw penny stocks starting to warm up. We start seeing a little bit of activity over on penny stocks. We start seeing momentum over on penny stocks. We want to look at that sector, that price, maybe those floats, whatever it may be, right? Same exact thing with mid caps. If we start seeing a lot of mid cap spikes, we probably want to stay focused on mid caps. And if there's spiking the last 3 days in a row, probably today, that's where a lot of the action, that's where a lot of the volume is going to be going. So out of the mid caps, what do we have? I changed the scanner so that's set between 25 cents to $35. The best mid caps we're seeing right now are QNST and also FSLY. All right. So these are two mid cap plays that you guys are definitely going to be watching. Is there any sort of news on them? Well, FSLY did have, let me see right here. FSLY did have, I believe, a solid press release. I believe it came out with its earnings report. Yep, it came out with its earnings last night. And the earnings that we had is we had a strong third quarter. We were up 35% year over year. All right. So that's good. So we had a strong third quarter. We're up 35% year over year. Now that's getting me excited. Why does that get me excited? Because COLL yesterday, when I made $400, that spiked off of earnings. CNST, when this stock ran from $17 to $45, that ran off of earnings, right? I'm not exactly sure what was NXTC. Was that earnings as well? We could always double check. Let's see, NXTC. That one started ripping on what, the 5th or the 4th? I think we had results on this one. Market expected to grow. I'm not seeing anything right here, but I know the last 2 days were the earnings on COLL and CNST. So again, that one definitely got me, excited. But today, again, you still want to be watching this. This has good earnings. FSLY, it's in the price range of the stocks that have been ripping, $6, $7 at the minimum. And we'll see if those are going to be able to continue on up. What about QNST? This one's at $15. Could this one get any sort of hype? Let's see. Does QNST have anything under its belt? November 7th right here. We have our official year results. So again, and an earnings report. The first quarter, the company reported revenue of 126 million, an increase of 12%. So we have QNST, an increase of 12%, right? And then we have FSLY, which has an increase of 35%. So QNST is going to be a little bit cheaper, but FSLY is a lower float stock with better earnings. So personally, if you're saying, hey, Dek, I think it's going to be a mid-cap day once again. Tuesday was a mid-cap day. We had like an $80 spike, right? Wednesday, we saw the mid-cap. We saw like a $25 spike. Yesterday, we saw like a $6 spike. Maybe, again, I could be able to get like a $2, $3 move out of this. I would be watching FSLY. And again, probably break of $23 is where you'd start seeing activity. Break of $23 is where you'd start seeing momentum. Break of $23 is where you could start seeing that stock, get a nice rip, get a nice run. So make sure that you guys are truly prepared for mid caps if interested on them. I like FSLY as number 1, QNST as number 2. Now, if you're saying, hey, can I look at possibly an old one such as NXTC? Yeah, again, NXTC still has a little bit of that mid candle breakout pattern right here. Right? NXTC, everyone look at the daily chart right here. That is a pretty nice little mid-candle breakout pattern. You guys are all aware of, what mid-candle breakout patterns are. They look just like this. You can kind of compare the two charts right here where you have a big green candle. The red candle falls to the mid-candle of the spike, and then it keeps going on up. Same exact thing, would be right here, right? Same exact thing, right along these lines, right? Right here. Look how similar these are, and they continue to climb, continue to move on up from here. So mid-candle breakout patterns. We have a lot of videos on this in the video library, but NXTC is in that setup right here. We could be able to see continuation. What about CNST? CNST, again, we may be able to see a little bit of continuation. I don't think COLL finished off too strong, but it actually is having a little bit of a gap up, maybe a little bit of continuation from there. So every single mid cap, top gainer is actually holding its gains. None of them has dumped off yet, and even the one that did have a red day 2 days ago, NXTC, set itself up in a mid candle breakout pattern for more continuation today. So I do just want to type out really quickly in chat mid caps to watch. So you're going to have NXTC mid candle breakout pattern, COLL, the one I traded yesterday. You're going to have CN, look right here, CNST, right? CNST, and then today's I like FSLY the best, followed by QNST. Okay, so these are the mid caps to watch today if you guys are interested for these plays to start getting any sort of momentum. But I want to make sure you understand why you would even be looking at those, and I'm sure you guys have gotten that throughout the week of being here. All right, so what else should we be looking at today? Well, let's get back to our morning newsletter for a moment, and let's go over our market briefing. So U.S. stock futures are pointing to a higher open on Wall Street this morning after the Dow and S&P 500 closed again at records, putting them on pace to continue their weekly winning streaks, bearing a major sell-off today. After just 5 November trading days, the Dow is already up 2.3% for the month, with the S&P 500 up 1.6% and the Nasdaq up 1.7%. Disagreeing on the veracity of the reports of the powered stocks higher Thursday, Trump trade advisor Peter Navarro said that there's no agreement to roll back tariffs as part of the Phase 1 U.S.-China trade deal. Trump economic advisor Larry Kudlow said tariff agreements would be part of any impact. So what we have right here, there's no agreement to roll back tariffs as part of Phase 1. So we may see the market get a little bit of a drop today, because why was the markets up so high? The markets were up so high before because everyone had optimism that we're getting rid of tariffs, that we're working with China, we're getting rid of things, and then they just say right there, hey, no, that's not even part of Phase 1. Like, we're not even getting rid of tariffs right here, right? Well, I mean, that's kind of opposite of what the market thought. So I wouldn't be surprised if maybe SPY gets a little bit of dropping. Also, again, SPY is a little bit due for a pullback, as the SPY has gone from 287 all the way up to 307 over in about the past month now, right? We have seen a massive climb, a massive move over about the past month now, over on the SPY, being able to consistently hit new highs, right? Consistently being able to move on up, and that's a very big thing to see. So where could your eyes be looking? Hey, you might want to be looking over on TVIX. TVIX is slowly grinding its way on up. Yesterday it hit a low all the way down towards around 836, and then today it's all the way up towards around 863. So maybe a slow and steady little swing right here is that is being able to make its way on up right now. So SPY is something we want to be watching. What about penny stocks? Penny stocks, guys. We went over the mid caps. We just went over the market. What about penny stocks? The stocks that we actually, like to play the most. Stocks that have some of the best potential for us. Well, do we have anything big today? Is there anything that's really popping off? Couple different things we got to go over. Number one, let's go over the top gainer of the day, ENG. ENG is currently up 61%. It has a 17 million in float. And when we look over on ENG right here, we could see that this company has ENG signs $20 million plus contract to supply modular hydrogen plant for renewable diesel facility. As you guys know, again, our keywords to look for in hot press releases right here is going to be any large sum of money, and we are going to be having the word contract. So again, one star word, any large sum of money, which would be $20 million. And then we also have a 2-star word, which is contract. So we have a $20 million contract. And again, whenever we see these keywords, that's what's going to help ENG go on a nice move. So ENG did have a gap up from around 83 cents, went up towards around 110, spiked all the way up towards around 160. If this stock can be able to hold and you'll be able to move back up to 160, this stock's going to be able to be a great climber. The best thing about ENG, if you guys are interested, is most likely this is opening up at 52-week highs. If you guys are saying, like, ENG, is this like a good area where it's going to open up? This is a 52-week high. If it opens up at 137, this is the highest it's been over the past year. The old 52-week high is 133, which is at this price right now. This price right here back on August 16th. So 133 is its old 52-week high. Right now, we're opening up at a brand new one. 133, that is going to be a considered detailed support. Again, what's our support and what's our resistance lines? Natural, past chart history pattern, and detailed. 52-week high, that is resistance since we broke above it. Now, again, we're above it, and now it's going to be holding up as our support line. So 133 could be nice support. ENG does have a credible press release of receives 20 million, does have 17 million in float, which makes it a decent press release, but the stock could possibly catch a little bit of fire today and go on a little bit of a move. So let's make sure we're keeping our eyes peeled on ENG. I think that one has a lot of potential, absolutely. Right? What else do we have right here? What about MICT? Anything over on MICT that's jumping on out? MICT raises $25 million through a convertible note with a price conversion of 141 per share. So, the best thing is that it's all the way up at 141 per share. Sometimes traders see these numbers like 141 and try to push the stock up to that price. So let's keep that on watch. Not the biggest, press release in the world whenever we talk about convertible notes. But at the same time, it is at all the way up at the price of 141 per share, and the stock currently being at 84 cents could be able to help that stock, push its way on up. So ENG, I definitely like. I think that stock has potential. MICT, not the biggest fan, but we'll see what it can get. All right. I know a lot of you guys are typing out over on FCell to see if FCell is going to be able to get any sort of hype. FCell was a top gainer 2 days ago, where the stock had a nice rip and run from 30 cents all the way up towards around 67 cents. Didn't really do too much since. So we'll keep FCell on watch. We can go over that in a little bit more. Last but not least, I do want to talk about CLDX. CLDX, this is probably the best press release that I saw today. ENG does have a good press release. The only issue with CLDX it was that it was phase one. So let's go over this over on CLDX. CLDX came out with a press release this morning at 7:30 that says it demonstrates clinical and biological activity in patients with advanced solid tumors in phase one dose escalation study. So again, whenever we see the word demonstrates, it usually gets me going just because I know it'll be like demonstrates reduction in tumors or something along those lines. And that's usually where we get some very big spikes, very big rips. So whenever I see it, the word demonstrates, it's a very big keyword. And again, that is a 3-star word. Got to find it right here. It's a 3-star word, and demonstrates is always going to get something, bringing hype towards that play. So demonstrates, talking about helping patients with tumors. But again, I think the thing that killed it was that it was only phase one. Now, I still like CLDX, and if CLDX ever gets above, let's say, $3, this would have room to run all the way up towards around 341, which is the 200-day moving average. All right. So what do I like the best? ENG. ENG, hands down, is my favorite press release right here. This one is above the 52-week high, could bounce off 133, could keep moving on up, get some hype, get some momentum. All right. What else, could get some hype and a little bit of momentum? CLDX, but only if it gets back above $3. MICT does have the convertible notes all the way up at the price of 141. If this thing breaks $1, hey, let's keep it on watch. Right now, it does have 88 cents support since it's above it, and 88 cents is the 200-day moving average. I know you guys are also looking at FCell. FCell is a previous top gainer on Wednesday. Yesterday, all it did was fade. I know it's trying to get a little bit momentum right now. That would have to break through at least 50 cents and 55 cents to kind of get the mob back to it. If you guys are looking at our mid cap plays, the best mid cap plays are going to be looking at previous top gainers on mid caps, the previous spikes, such as CNST, the one that ran $20, or even NXTC, the one that spiked $90 earlier this week on a mid candle breakout pattern. But even the ones that I played yesterday, COOL, that I made $400 off of. That one's still holding on up. And we also do have a couple brand new ones today. FSLY had a 35% increase in its earnings, and we had QNST with about a 13% increase in their earnings. So mid caps have, some good potential. After that, we do see the SPY is looking to have a little bit of a pullback today, as today President Trump's trade advisor said, "Hey, we're probably not going to be seeing any sort of tariffs get removed anytime soon. That's not really part of our phase one. What we're looking to do is what they stated. So I think that's going to go against like what people think, and that's going to bring the SPY down a little bit today, unless some sort of news comes out. All right. So penny stocks, everyone, little. I'll even type it out right here, so we're all good. Pennies to watch. Again, pennies to watch. We're going to be watching ENG. We're going to be watching CLDX. We're going to watch FCell, and we will watch MICT. Mid caps to watch. We're going to watch NXTC. We're going to watch CNP. What is that one? Do CNST, CNST, COLL. Our new ones are FSLY and QNST. QNST. And then after that, guys, we're just going to be watching, the market. SPY should fall today. So keep your eyes on TVIX. All right, so just want to make sure that we are all good right here. And every single day, my number one job is to make sure that you are prepared, to make sure you know exactly what's going on in the market. Make sure that you understand, hey, what could be coming on up? What are my possibilities? And these are all the plays that I think have some of the best potential to start bringing any sort of momentum towards it. And of course, going for to kick off this day. So I want to make sure that you guys are profiting if you guys are going to trade today. There's nothing that's really jumping off the board 100% to me. So I do want to see what's going to be coming up on the high of the day momentum scanner, and we're going to be going from there. Now, last thing I wanted to address, guys, that I know again kind of stirred the pot a little bit was the giveaway. Okay, so the last thing I want to address today, which is going to be, of course, the giveaway. So the giveaway, we'll make the giveaway as fair as possible. We take a chat and vote this morning, see what we want to do. We'll leave it up to you. Either way, guys, we can pull from a hat or, again, biggest profit on Monday wins. So I went on Instagram last night, right? I went on Instagram last night, and I was just trying to think of a fun idea to make it, open and give it you guys a little bit of a competitive edge for winning this giveaway. 7-day, 8-day stay, 7-night stay in either Vegas or, of course, Orlando, Florida. Now, I always try to think about fun, different ways to be able to give these things to you guys. And again, I'm treating you guys with my own money and paying for this, so you guys can go ahead and have a good time. So I was just trying to think of a different way to give it out to you guys. It doesn't matter to me how you guys want to do it. If you guys just want to take basically me pick a name out this morning, or if you guys want to do what I suggested on Instagram Live, which would be biggest profit on Monday. I know some of you guys are saying, can we do the biggest percentage? But honestly, guys, see all the small accounts and then eat a little gain could be such a big profit, and then I have to look at every single person's account size and compare it to the profit that you guys are making. I personally, again, guys, I'm not going to go through all that trouble just to, of course, give a giveaway out to you guys to compare every single person's account to the giveaway that they currently have. So again, the two options that we have, and again, it completely up to you. I'm just trying to always think about fun ways to keep you guys inspired, to keep you guys motivated, to keep you guys going after it. It's just we can either do, I'll pull out of a hat of a name this morning. We'll wrap it up right here in chat to make sure that someone wins, or we could do the biggest profit on Monday. So it's really up to you guys what you guys are thinking there. Again, I just like to do these giveaways because you guys fire me up so much. You guys inspire me to be as best as I can be, and I want to make sure that you guys are constantly, staying fired up and inspired as well. So we'll probably set up a chat probably at around 9:45 a.m. And we could either do biggest profit on Monday, or we could just do pull a name out of the hat this morning. Let's see who wins, and we'll go from there. And as I said, guys, I just try to do these giveaways to make sure that you guys are motivated, inspired. I'm not trying to, make it unfair to anyone who may has a smaller account. I'm not trying to make it unfair to someone who says, oh, that's all just luck. I just do these giveaways to, again, make you guys happy, inspired, and, be fired up to be here. So, whatever you guys want, it's, perfectly fine for me. Just want to make everyone happy. And then from there, guys, we'll do a little bit of a giveaway coming up at around like 9:45. We'll take a chat vote. All right. But yeah, geez, I mean, a little bit earlier today, right? Earlier today, I was getting a little bit roasted, right? It felt like I was getting protested against. It's like, guys, I'm paying for this out of my own money just to try to help someone out, keep you guys fired up and go after it. Yeah, so we'll just we'll go right there. All right, so we'll take a chat vote. We'll take a chat vote, and we'll do what the majority of the chat room wants. We'll do what the majority of the chat room wants at probably like whenever it slows down a little bit. Okay, so whenever it slows down a little bit, we'll do the majority of what the chat is right. Yeah, guys, if I could, I would give everyone a free trip. I promise. Okay, if I could, I would pay for every single one. I'd be the Oprah around here. You get a free trip. You get a free trip. You get a free trip. Yeah, I love to do these giveaways because I love to see basically you guys get so fired up and so happy when I'm able to give someone out a free vacation. But at the same time, I try to do it kind of in a fun way, a fair way, and I'm never trying to purposely ever make it unfair to someone else. Please don't think I'm ever attacking you. I always just want to give it. I personally love a little competition. That's why I was thinking of that idea last night. I was saying, hey, the team likes to get a little competition underneath their belt. Let's see who's going to win this. So yeah, so markets are about to open on up. Let's focus on the markets, guys, and probably in about 20 minutes we'll do that poll, okay? And if you guys say, "Hey, Deck, just pick from a hat today," hey, I'll do that. We'll wrap it up today, and I'll get my winner. All right. So we'll get back to that in probably about like 25 minutes. We'll be ready to rock. But hey, let's focus on some stock trading. Let's see if we can make some money this morning. If we can, awesome. If we can't, let's just sit back and get ready for that giveaway then, or again get ready for the poll to see what you guys want to do. All right. So right now, it really comes down to seeing where this hype's gonna go to. So let's watch the high of the day momentum scanner. Let's see what's gonna be coming on up. ARC, go. This is just more hold the 13 EMA play. You have some tough resistance up towards around 725. 13 EMA is your main support line. You do have a little bit of support at around the 645 mark as well. So 645 and 13 EMA main resistance up towards around 725. All right, so let's see. Come on. Let's see, Friday. What are you going to give us today, baby? What are you going to give us today, Friday? We want to make some money today. Again, 3 for 4 this whole entire week, which I'm, pretty excited about. Kind of just sticking with my statistics of winning 75% of my trades, and that's, right on the money with, how I am as a trader. Usually win about 75% of my trades. Lose 25%, so I'm 7 out of 10. It's usually what I'm going to. MICT trying to get a little bit of potential. MICT has a lot of resistance, 200-day moving average. Right, 200-day moving average at around 88 cents. That's going to be a little bit tough. CLDX. CLDX doesn't have much volume, but I mean that stock did have a decent press release. How's ENG? ENG's having a little bit of trouble. Let's watch for a red to green move over on ENG. Rapids giving the big old boom over on AAXN. So again, here you guys go. AAXN a little bit bigger in price. I definitely understand that, but again, thanks Rapid for of course always being on top of your game for even again some of these bigger plays. What about our mid caps? What did we see with our mid caps? Again, I wrote out that watch list and I posted that watch list over in the alerts chat. I know a lot of people put a lot of comments in talk chat when I was talking about the giveaway, so I'll repost that right there. So let's just see if any of our mid caps are moving. Mid caps, NXTC, nothing right now. CNST, nothing right now. COLL, nothing yet. FSLY, probably my favorite one. Nothing going on though right now. QNST, okay, nothing right there. Are those mid caps? All right, how about the penny stocks? ENG, watch for a red to green move. CLDX, no volume right now. FCell, not really anything going on. MICT, MICT is trying to hold on up. So again, just still looking, still waiting. I'm gonna take off this hoodie real quick. Getting hot. I'm getting fired up over here. Woo! All right, so 3 minutes in right now. I just want to make a quick little Friday trade stock market. What are you gonna give me? Just give me like $150, maybe $250. I'll take it. But I just want to be able to trade smart. And whenever I make more than $200 on a Friday, I'm like, hey, that's good. There's the weekend for you. Yeah, no 20 counts yet. Again, I'm shooting for like a $200 gain this morning if I can get it. But I don't want to force. I don't want to force. If I can go 4 for 5 this week, that would be awesome. But I don't want to force a trade and just put myself in a bad position. See NXP. Come on, I want something like SES today. I want something like SES. I want something like BIMI. I want something like DTSS. I want something that's going to make me stand up and, dance around, make me run down the streets of Hoboken. Right? That's what I want. So I'm on the hunt. I'm on the prowl. I want to see where we are going to be, going. WKHS starting to get a little bit of action. WKHS trying to get a little bit of action, trying to get a little bit momentum. Watching, waiting. Nothing on CLDX. I'm going to get rid of this one on the bottom. DERM starting to get a little bit of movement. DRM's going to have a 200-day moving average right here. That's going to make it pretty tough. That's going to make it pretty tough over that 200-day moving average. IPWR. ENG, I'm still watching. I'm fired up for this Monday. I want to be able to make something right now. I'm trying to go 4 for 5. I want $200. That's my kind of target today. Like a nice little $200 gain. Where can I do that? Where can I make that though? FSLY. PCG, trying to get a little bit of activity. The thing is, guys, just because we see something moving, we shouldn't just hop in. Just because we see something moving, we shouldn't force. We should still, again, be smart with our trading. Again, make sure you guys are putting alerts behind your tickers, right? Again, just putting a ticker doesn't tell us anything. We always want to make sure, we have stock ABC climbing, coming up to resistance. Hey, stock ABC coming down to support. Watch for a bounce play and a reversal. 200-day moving average on ABC. This is where I'm going to be taking half my profits. So right now we got a little bit of volume over on PCG. BE getting a little bit of action. I like BE. BE, what would be my favorite thing about BE? That's a good looking chart setup. BE, that is a good looking chart setup. So again, I'm going to put BE on my back burner list. I just typed that in on my notepad underneath the live stream. I mean, that just fits the criteria perfectly. All right, so that's one of those that just has that perfect breakout pattern chart setup. 200-day moving average up high, 50-day moving average swooping down low with the 13 EMA, squeezing the stock, going for that nice rip. So, I mean, BE's good looking chart setup, absolutely. I want to check the float, of course, because I think it's a little bit bigger. Let's see. Float, yes, 65 million. But hey, great chart setup, but it could just be maybe a little bit more of an uptrend play. Quick little spike, starts coming back on down. AGRX trying to get a little bit. Right now, nothing significant. Right now, nothing significant. If you're saying, Deck, you're jumping around with a lot of different plays. Yeah, that's just because I'm trying to find a consistent one. And that's the only reason. I'm just trying to find something a little bit more consistent. I'm just trying to see if anything's going to be able to hold on up right here. ENG, possible little red to green move. Let's see. ENG, guys, possible little red to green move starting to come on up. See a little U shape starting to form. So ENG starting to get a little bit of a pop. This is where, again, it's trying to get that little bit of a U shape. I'm going to switch over to a 1-minute time frame. I'm going to turn off pre-market for a moment. But yeah, you guys can see right here. See a little red to green move that's trying to happen? So that's still not breaking out, though. 135 is trying to hold up on the bids. All right, 135 is trying to hold up on the bids. But ENG is definitely, one of the better penny stocks today. Right? It's definitely one of the better penny stocks today, trying to get that momentum, trying to get a little bit of that ripping towards it. We haven't seen anything take off yet. Every single stock has had what? Maybe a 10-cent climb and then started, reversing a little bit. So nothing really, again, taking on off. Is PCG starting to go there? PCG has gone from 630 to 650. So maybe a little bit of a bull flag developing. Right now, ENG is still trying. So ENG I mean, the open was right around 131. The stock's right now at 138. So again, only 7 cents. But maybe again, if you buy enough shares, you can be able to make a profit. I'm still not in on anything just because I don't want to hop in and take a loss, especially if I just hop in and take a loss, especially if this just comes right back on down. Now, also, little side note, guys, I'm going to tell you guys this right now. I am testing out today. If I do hop in on a trade, I am testing out today a mobile broker. So I'm not going to be able to show my P&L on my screen. Just a little heads up. So if I do hop in on anything, I will tell you my entry and exit, but I can't show you my P&L today because I am testing out a mobile broker. This is the first time I'll be testing that out. So just a little heads up for you guys about that. All right, but I will tell you, of course, what my entry and exit. I always show you guys, of course, my P&Ls whenever I can. If anything, it wouldn't be that big of a trade, but testing out a mobile broker either this week or next week, and then I'll be going from there. AK-47, I'll tell you soon, buddy. Just testing it out first. I'll get you. Working on a few things with them. ENG trying to get a little bit of that push. So ENG is still where the mob's at. ENG, definitely where the mob's at. This was the #1 top gainer of the day. And this is, again, where a lot of people are flooding in. Please understand, guys, this is Friday. So if we see right now that ENG is where the majority's at, where the hype's at, don't be going towards other plays right now. You probably don't want to be looking towards other plays, hoping that those other plays are going to turn into, nice spikes. Because a lot of times on Fridays, what do you guys know? A lot of people go to the #1 top gainer, the best gainer of the day, because they know after that #1 top gainer starts fading out, a big wave of volume leaves. Because a lot of people, after their first or second trade on Fridays, wrap up for the weekend. They say, hey, I'm happy. Hey, you know what? Let me start my weekend. Oh, I took a loss. Let me start my weekend. Oh, I just took a big time gain. Let me start my weekend. But that's usually after that big first wave kind of volume happens. So, I know again on like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we look for a little bit more mob shifts where maybe if we don't catch the big first one, what do we do? Maybe look for the second one or the third one because those can happen. A lot of times on Fridays, there is no second or third one. We may see one or two tops, but then a lot of times, people lock up their gains, go out and enjoy their weekends. So again, a lot of this time, make sure you guys are focused on the ones with the most volume. And the ones I'm seeing with the most volume is ENG. ENG is the only one I'm seeing on the breakout scanner so far. So if you guys look at the breakout scanner, ENG is just filling it up. And then other than that, if we look at the count alerts, let's look at the count alerts real quick for what has had the most high of the days, ENG. ENG has 23 high of the day. So it's clear cut right now. ENG has filled up the breakout scanner, and ENG is the #1 stock to hit the most count alerts on the high of the day momentum scanner. So this is where penny stock traders are currently at, right? That is where penny stock traders are currently at. And now if you're saying, all right, Deck, we know where our penny stock traders are currently at. We know that we have, this is where a lot of the volume's at. Where can I enter? Where can I exit? What should I be getting involved with? I would probably say, again, entry would be right along the VWAP. So entry would be right along the VWAP. That's going to be right around 134. And then you would look for maybe a little bit of a bounce play from there. Right? So it'd be like a 134 bounce play, maybe back up towards around 140 plus. That's what you would want. So again, right now would be your entry if interested. Now you don't have to enter anything if you guys are like, oh, Deck, I don't want to be buying on a dip buy if the stock is falling on a Friday. That's absolutely okay, right? That's absolutely all right. Like right now, I'm still sitting back. I'm still on my hands right now. But if you want to get in right at that 134 mark, that is where the VWAP's at. It's also where old consolidation's at. And let me turn on really quickly a pre-market. Let's see if we have any pre-market support or resistance. Yeah, it's also a lot of pre-market support. Look at it, bounced right here at 134, stabilized right here at 134, also back right here at 812, it bounced, right? So definitely want to be watching that over on ENG. 134 looks like it would be the best bounce play. I know you guys are also typing out RAPT. RAPT, there's your mid cap today. So there's your mid cap play today over on RAPT. So we're finally starting to see a little bit of a mid cap stock start getting a little bit wild. I just I don't have enough money for the for my mobile broker for RAPT right here. But here's the mid cap play of the day. It seems like so mid caps is still where a lot of that hype's at. Thank you so much, guys, for putting that keeping us aware. I'm gonna put ENG to the bottom level too. I'm gonna put ENG to the bottom level too right now. It is below the VWAP at the moment. and let's see if these mid caps are going to start getting any sort of volume. I have not pulled the trigger yet, and that's just because, again, I'm just not 100% confident at this moment. Not 100% confident at this moment. What is RAPT? That stock's 550,000 in float. Is this like a brand new IPO? Because this looks like a very interesting chart. Let's check this out. I'm going to go over to www.stockcharts.com. Again, one of the best free settings, one of the best free charting websites. There we go. And RAPT is definitely starting to pick up. Yeah, RAPT, guys, this is a newer IPO over at RAPT. So this is a brand newer IPO, and this one could possibly start getting some hype. So again, I would say all eyes on RAPT. This is a new IPO. Mid caps have been very hot this week. And again, those have been like CNST and all the other ones that we have been talking about. So guys, we're already starting to see some nice big volume, right? We've already have seen, some nice big volume. All eyes right now, RAPT. I'm going to look for a second and scroll up and see who was the first one who alerted RAPT. And shout out to you. That's a great find. Great find. So again, that is where we want to be looking. That's what we want to be focused on. See where these plays are going to be able to continue to move on up towards. And I know, again, it's a little bit bigger in price. I understand it's a little bit bigger in price, but the thing is, even if you can like afford 100 shares, sometimes these are worth it. Just because this could keep going, going, going. We have seen how many mid cap plays. We saw earlier this week we had one spike $90. So far, RAPT has gone from $23 to $36. So I would say all eyes. RAPT right here. Still moving on up, still getting some nice potential. Yeah, probably is that halted right now? RAPT. Yeah, guys, this is where everyone's going to be looking at most likely. Let me scroll up real quick. Who's the first one to bring that one on up? What I can just do is just go right to that search bar. Right to the search. Let's see. Ticker RAPT. Deej, I believe 942 RAPT. Lucky was talking about it, or Land Trader, Lucky, Mexpol. Yep. So again, DGHS. Again, shout out to you. We're the first one to bring up RAPT at 942. So again, this one definitely has a lot of potential. Definitely has a lot of potential. CLVS starting to get a little bit momentum. Little sign note, CLVS guys, this was one from yesterday. CLVS, this was one from yesterday, coming up to $5. Now the thing about CLVS that kind of threw me off a little bit yesterday was what? If you're saying why was CLVS moving, look at this. We have CLVS CLVS on Thursday reported a net loss of $94.1 million in its third quarter. The Boulder, Colorado-based company said it has lost $1.72 per share, adjusted its extinguished debt, and were 189 per share. So nothing that I'm seeing here. The company's shares closed at 359. A year ago, they were at 1535. Right? So, CLVS, this stock even yesterday, right? If we go back yesterday, it had a nice spike in pre-market, but for what reason? The company lost like $30 million. It went from $15 all the way down to $3 last year. And now is trying to get a little bit of a spike. Now, what's the best thing going with CLVS? The best thing about CLVS is what? Is that this stock does have one of those beautiful chart setups, right? This stock does, hands down. It has one of these beautiful chart setups that I teach you guys. Room to run all the way up to the 200-day moving average. The stock could simply just be getting squeezed, right? The stock could simply just be getting an awesome squeeze right here. And since it's getting a great squeeze pattern, that's where, again, the stock's, starting to make its way on up. So I could understand that, just that squeeze between the 13 EMA and 50-day moving average. It's right in that corner at the moment. So we'll see if it can get that nice pop and run on up. But other than that, I'm not seeing a great reason behind it. What I would want to be watching, as I already told you guys, is RAPT. This is a mid cap play. We've seen how many mid caps. How many times have you guys heard me talk about mid caps? Who wants to hit me because I've talked about mid caps so much? If that is NXTC going on a $90 spike, if that is COLL, what I make $400 off of yesterday, if that was CNLT going for a $25 rip today, and now again RAPT, new IPO, getting again some good volume, getting some good momentum. All right, so let's see what's going to happen on RAPT. CLVS, guys, would be a $5 third strongest resistance line. So we have CLVS, $5 is the third strongest resistance line. Be aware, this is where we could see our pullback. T, best mid cap spiker today. Now, if you're saying, Deck, where could I get in? Where can I get in on RAPT if you want to get in on it? It is a little tricky. Okay? It is going to be very tricky. It's going to be one of those plays that you kind of have to I hate saying it. I hate saying this, but it's going to be one of those plays that you kind of have to ignore like what we teach, right? And I don't want you guys to ever go against what we teach, which is what? Don't chase, right? Don't chase. Wait for a pullback. Be smart behind it. But sometimes if this play does catch fire, and I'm not saying it's going to, but if this play does catch fire, it's not going to be a play that most likely has some sort of pullback. It's most likely not going to be a play that you could say, oh, I'm not chasing, but it keeps going. Oh, I'm not going to chase. Oh, but it keeps going. I'm not going to chase, but it keeps going. Right? It's most likely if it does catch fire, it's going to turn into that play where it's just like goes, and you're like, oh, when should I get in? When should I get in? So it's one of those things that's like, hey, if you want to get in, you have to pull the trigger and be able to stay confident and say to yourself, I'm going to hold this play for a nice little scout, for a nice little rip, because I know momentum's going to come in. If you're not that confident in that play, if you're saying, hey, this play's already up too much, I don't want to get into it. If it spikes, great, but I'd rather save my account and not take any loss, that's fine as well. That's called being a disciplined trader. If you're going a little bit of what? A little bit of snakeskin Randy today. Woo! We haven't seen that man in a while. If you guys are going a little snakeskin Randy today, again, we're going to see if RAPT is going to be able to do that for us. We are back. We are live right here, right? We are live right now over on RAPT, and let's see if we start breaking through $39, $40. If it does have a pullback, its bounce area would probably be right around 32.50ish, I would say. But right now, it's going right up to $40. There's $40 break all the way up to 41. It's one of those plays, guys, that's more around a snakeskin Randy type of deal. Now bids are above $40. So now again, bids are up towards around $40 at this moment. You do have about an 80-cent spread as this IPO is starting to pick up a little bit. Right now, we just hit a high all the way up towards around 42, a little bit of a pullback right here. The crazy thing is, again, the spread. The spread is what's helping it move so fast and also come down so fast. We went all the way up to $42, now back to $35. So it's definitely, again, going to be a little all over the place. So RAPT, keeping that on watch at this moment. Right now, again, we do need to understand that. This stock also is, trying to rip on a Friday. Could be a little bit lighter in volume. We will see. Did he just get halted again? All right, so we're giving this one a chance. I know, again, a lot of us want to go snakeskin Randy. You guys don't know what snakeskin Randy is. It's basically just the name we give to anyone who is like hopping in and holding. Anyone ever hop into a play before and says, I'm not selling. I'm going all the way. I'm going the distance. Right? That's basically when you're going snakeskin Randy. What snakeskin Randy? Going cowboy style. You're wild, guns shooting up in the air. Pow, 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 pow. Right? Baddest trader in the East, baddest trader in the West, right? Whatever you want to say. And again, who's the baddest cowboy, baddest stock trader? Snakeskin Randy. So again, I know a lot of us, like doing that where you keep on going, you keep on holding, you look for that big time breakout, but at the same time, you don't want to let that, emotion get yourself in a bad, gun battle where you're just going to get killed. All right, so right now, RAPT, I know a lot of us, want to see that thing go supernova. It is a new IPO. It has the potential. Let's see where this Holt comes out. There's a snake in my boot. Someone's poisoned the water hole. Okay, so right now we'll see where that one's going to be coming out of. Yeah, that's not snake skin, Randy. That's Woody. So RAPT right now, guys. CLVS, as we talked about, $5. $5. Look at that. $5. Third strongest resistance line in penny stocks. So $5. Third strongest resistance line in penny stocks. And yeah, that's the hard thing about RAPT, guys. The hard thing is if you market order in or market order out, guess what's going to happen? You're going to if you market order in and out of this play, you're going to see like maybe you're up $500 in profit. But if you market order out, remember there's like a $1.25 spread. So you might be up $500, and if you market order out, you may only lock in like $80. All right. So I would definitely say, Zeej, I would definitely say limit order in. If the stock starts spiking hard, the number one thing I would do is just watch the bids. Like, so whenever you get in on a play, try to limit order if you want to down low near a support line, maybe like 32.50. And then I would watch the bids. So you would only want to market order out when the bids are at the price you like, not the current price, not the ask. So if you get in at 32.50, let's say on a bounce play that could be coming on up, and you see that the bids are at 32.50, but the ask is at like $34 and the current price at $34, and you're like, oh wow, I'm up $800, and you sell. Guess what? When you sell on a market order, you get taken out where the bid is at. So you always want to look at where the bids are at if you're going to market order because that's where you're going. All right. So a lot of times when I'm trading a stock, if I'm not limit ordering out and there's a big spread, I always watch the bids. I don't watch the current price. I don't watch the ask. I don't watch the chart. I look at the bids and where they're willing to buy. Because if I market order out on a play, that's where I'm getting filled at. So let's see where RAPT, and I mean, the thing that I like about RAPT is just that it is a new IPO, and this is a new IPO that's starting off really strong in a good week to have an IPO because mid caps are going pretty crazy, right? What's like a wild one, right? Like LFIN. It kind of reminds me a little bit of LFIN. Now, if it would ever turns into that, that would be insane. But LFIN was a new IPO where in a couple days it went from what? LFIN went from $5, next day to $9, ran up to $21. Next day went from $45, then spiked all the way up to $145. Like LFIN, when this stock first started taking on off, it went from $5 and spiked all the way up to $145 just because it's a new IPO play. When there's new IPO plays, guys, there's no past chart history pattern. There's no resistance. There's no indicators. There's no past chart, history. So nothing stops this play if buyers keep on going towards it. And that's the thing about, a lot of these stocks. On RAPT right here, there's nothing that can stop this play other than momentum, right? That's the only thing that can stop this, just momentum. So we're going to continue to keep this on watch. RAPT should be getting unholted very soon. Right now, again, CLVS is still underneath that $5 mark. I know you guys are saying there's a couple other plays trying to get a little bit of activity, like SYNA. Now, again, a lot of these plays are bigger today, guys, but that's just kind of following what we've been seeing throughout the whole entire, week. The whole entire past week now has been stocks between $15 all the way up to like $50. So if you're saying, Deck, these stocks are just a little too big for me, unfortunately, probably today is going to be more mid cap plays, and that's where a lot of eyes are going to be at. So that's where your guys are going to have to be focusing on. Also, little side note, guys. If we start seeing RAPT start fading on off, we will do our poll to see what you guys want to do for the giveaway as well. Again, it's up to you guys. You guys are the ones I'm doing it for. So whatever the majority votes for, we'll go from there. And the two options are going to be, hey, biggest profit on Monday, or I'll just pick a name out of a hat, do something random right now in chat, and I'll name announce the winner right now in chat. So We'll kick that off in a couple minutes right here, depending on what RAPT does. And then after that, guys, we'll do a little bit of a poll and we'll say, hey, whoever wants to do the biggest profit on Monday, you can vote for it. Or, of course, I'll just pick a name right now for, the Las Vegas or Orlando, Florida trip. So whatever you guys want, I do these giveaways for you to keep you inspired, to keep you motivated. I already paid for everything, so you guys are all set, ready to go. I'm not doing it for me. I just, again, want to give back to you guys because I think you guys are so great. So we'll do a little bit of a poll. We'll do a poll after RAPT gets unhalted and starts coming back on down. Or hopefully it starts spiking on up. Nope. Again, a little side note. A lot of people have been asking, is the market closed on Monday? The market is not closed on Monday, guys. Little heads up. The market is not closed on Monday. Also, again, who won the mouse? I said it last night on Instagram, sent them a DM. It was Childish Gambino, kind of like a play on like Childish Gambino. But yeah, he won the mouse. I put that on Instagram last night. Give me 1 second, team. I just want to look over one thing. I'm going to take off the mic just for a moment. Keep your eyes peeled over on RAPT. All right. Thank you, guys. Again, just wanted to look over something real quick. Let me catch up. Deck, do you think there are a lot of sympathy plays right now of energy? Not yet. Again, I am going to be watching for I am going to be watching that huge IPO. Little sign of REPT, guys, is back. REPT right now is back. So let's see if this can hold on up. REPT is right next to 3250. This was again that area. Let's see if it's going to hold on up or if this is just going to drop. It looks like it's kind of just going right through that VWAP line. But now it's again, we are seeing that. Okay, so it's giving a lot back right here. Yep, giving a lot back at this moment. So I know we wanted to go snakeskin Randy. I know we were looking for that IPO big time breakout. I don't know if again it's going to be worth it. It may just again get halted again on the downside. I think here comes the sellers. Yep, re-halted. Halted again on the downside. Okay, so that just got halted again on the downside. REPT gave it a chance. Gave it a little bit of a chance right here. Definitely, some potential, but not, happening, it seems like. CLVS. CLVS right here, guys. This play hit $5. $5, third strongest resistance line, coming right back on down. Is let's see, F cell still holding, FCell again trying to hold on up. Guys, you can scream out your tickers to me. If you guys have any ticker you want me to look at, any ticker you think is profitable, I'll give you guys my honest thoughts right now on it. Just because, again, let's make sure we're not missing anything. If we find anything as a team or as a unit, let's make sure we watch it. But I think, things are starting to get a little bit slower on down. So what do we have here? RYAM. RYAM, again, trade life, nice one. $4 climb up to 469. So again, 475 is the next resistance line. So again, not a bad play right there, buddy. Good job catching that one. I think that definitely still has a little bit of potential. The main resistance is probably going to be up towards around 480, and then same exact thing as CLVS, $5. So, but you do have a lot of resistance coming on up from, look at all of October, all of September, and all of October. That's going to be really tough. TVIX, guys. TVIX trying to make a nice profit right here. Rapid again, just put that out there. Trump says U.S. hasn't agreed to tariff rollback with China. Trump says China wants partial tariff rollback. Also, again, in our morning newsletter this morning, what did we talk about? We talked about this earlier today as well. That says, Trump advisor Peter Navarro said that there's no agreement to roll back tariffs as part of phase one China-U.S. Trade deal. So yesterday the markets were up really high because a lot of people thought that we were going to get rid of the tariffs. And right now, again, their trade advisor said there's no agreement to get rid of any sort of tariffs at this time. So TVIX getting a little bit of a spike on up as the SPY is starting to drop on down. A little bit of not as much optimism as we're seeing as yesterday. FCell trying to get a little bit of action. Again, little heads up, guys. Look at the daily chart on FCell. Again, I got to make it a little shorter right here so you can see it. The daily chart on FCell, it's still got a little bit to go before it gets that big time hype. Every resistance line break, 50 cents, it'll bring in a little volume. 55 cents, it'll bring in a little bit more volume. And then all the way up towards around 65 cents is where I'll bring in the big volume. But FCell still has some strong resistance that it's going to have to break through. Little heads up right there. Right? Please refresh your screen. So right now, definitely very important that we're keeping everything on watch. ANAB. ANAB, maybe for a dead cat bounce play or lawn trader on Monday. So ANAB on Monday, we could maybe see a little bit of activity. We could see a little bit of volume over there. Absolutely. Let's just see right here because we have RAPT starting to fall. RAPT, we don't want to get involved with that. CLVS, that stock's coming on down at the moment. Break of $5, we could see a little hype. ENG giving a lot back, right? ENG giving a lot back at this time. What about the stock CLDX? What is that doing? CLDX giving everything back right now. Okay, let's go through our top gainer list. ENG right here, this is starting to fall. ENT starting to, not really has any sort of volume. MR, a little bit shaky. MICT, no. RCON. I honestly think probably the best play so far is probably the one that Trade Life, was RYAM. So probably the most consistent play is so far is RYAM right now, as that one's trying to hold on up. TFFB, newer IPO as well. But yeah, RYAM. Other than that, I'm not seeing too much right here. TRUE, True Car. That's getting a little bit of momentum. That's a very big float. True. So it is going to be a slow and steady little mover, but I'll put that TRUE on the bottom level too. Maybe RYAM on the top and TRUE on the bottom level too. Just as these are kind of the main plays that are starting to move on up. But hey, it's 10 o'clock right now, guys, or a little after 10. Let's take a chat vote and see what you guys are wanting. All right, and if and about what we're going back to our giveaway that I've been hyping up and talking about. As I said, guys, our first giveaway I gave out on Instagram Live. I did a fun way, kind of relating it to Vegas and made it completely random. I wanted to switch it up a little bit and be like, hey, you know what? Let's go against each other. Let's have a competition. Whoever makes the biggest gain on Monday is going to be able to get the free trip. A lot of people didn't like that idea. And if you guys don't like that idea, that's okay. I just try to always think about different ways to keep it fun, keep it light, keep it interesting, and keep you guys going. Some people are like, hey, can we just do percentage wise? And again, personally, again, with everyone, going to be sending me their gains, I don't want to be looking at percentage wise of their account to how much they made and look at everyone's account size to how much they made and do that. So it's either going to be I'll pick out a random name today, literally like within the next 5 minutes. I'll pick someone from chat within the next 5 minutes that's here right now to win this, or we can do biggest gain overall on Monday. Whoever has the biggest profit, verified P&L, they are going to take home that Vegas trip. Okay? So I will type it out right now. We'll see what you guys want. As I said, guys, I make these giveaways. I pay for these trips for you. You guys inspire me. You guys motivate me. I think you guys are so awesome and so great. I just want to give back to you any way I can and not give back like little dumb things like stickers or whatever. I want to give you guys trips like Las Vegas. So let's see what you guys want. So let's go with how do you want to do the giveaway? Again, guys, I'm going to be putting a poll up right here. So we're going to do random. I'll pick a name right now in chat, or we're going to do biggest gain on Monday. Whoever makes the most money on Monday with a verified P&L, that's who's going to win. So how do you want to do the giveaway? Boom. Everyone go vote. So everyone go cast your vote. And we'll see what everyone's looking at. Yeah, Jack Wong. If we do the biggest gains, I'm gonna talk about the muscles. I know. Again, I typed out biggest wrong. I gotcha. Yeah, as I said, guys, I always just try to make it fun, try to make it light, give you guys a little bit of competition. And again, hey, if that's not a good idea, that's okay. I just always try to give back to you guys. As I said, you guys inspire me so much. You guys motivate me so much, and I just always like to treat you guys with respect and try to treat you guys, with the things that you guys absolutely deserve. So, never my intentions to ever make someone angry, or never my intentions to ever feel like, I'm making it less fair to you. Always just trying to come up with new ideas. All right. So let's see here, team. Let's see here. How do you guys want to do the giveaway? It is a blowout. And what we are seeing is it seems like everyone wants to do biggest gain on Monday. I'm just kidding. Everyone wants to do a random pick. Okay. So everyone wants to do a random move. I'm just kidding. So right now, I'll just do it nice and fair right here. Random pick. Whoever again gets picked, you get to pick if you're going to Vegas or if you guys are going over to Orlando, Florida. All right. So I'm just going to go to right now on my end, guys. I'm just clicking the users tab. So right now, all I'm doing, just to make it fair, a little heads up, is I'm clicking the users tab. I'm going up and down, back and forth, and I'm just going to wherever my mouse lands. Okay, so wherever my mouse lands, I'm going back and forth, and I will go from there. You guys typing out me, it doesn't help, all right? It does not help. Again, time, little heads up, buddy. Guys, typing out me doesn't do anything, all right? I promise. All right, little heads up, guys. Next person who types out anything, especially that's not an alert, is not winning. Any person who types out anything that's not an alert is not winning. So Mishka, Scotty possibly, Tradecaster possibly, Scotty possibly. Again, these are not alerts, guys. These are not credible. There we go. Let's make sure, again, we're keeping chat credible. I want to keep you guys excited and having fun, but again, let's make sure we keep chat credible. All right. So I'm over in users right now. All I'm doing is, again, going up and down, trying to pick, just a random person at this moment. All right, and I'm going up, going down, closing my eyes, close my eyes at this time, literally just going random, and I'm picking out in 3, 2, 1. And what we have right here, guys, all right, I have a winner. I have a winner. My mouse landed on someone completely random. The winner that I have is Ken Wicken. Ken Wicken, you are the winner. So again, Ken Wicken, you are the winner that I have. All right. So Ken, you can send me a message, and I'll hook you up. So Ken Wicken, you are the winner. You are the ones that I landed on the mouse. He's currently in chat at this moment. Again, just went right over to the users tab, who's ever online, and made it absolutely as fair as I could. So there's Ken. So again, there's Ken right there. Shout out to you, buddy. You are the winner. So you can send me an email at dekmartrades@gmail.com. And of course, I will help you out and get you all set up. All right. So shout out to you. So, hey, that was the way that you guys wanted to do it. No problem. Again, we will do more vacation giveaways in the future. And, as I said, I always like to do just random giveaways here and there. Last night we had the mouse giveaway. And also, again, we have the vacation giveaway. So make sure at this point, guys, we're keeping chat clean. Again, we're keeping it credible, and we're making sure that everything we state from this point out is definitely stock related, and making sure that we're being beneficial to others. But congratulations, Ken. Very excited. If you want to go to Orlando, Florida, or if you want to go to Las Vegas, send me an email at dekmartrades@gmail.com, and I'll be happy to help. But we will be doing more vacation giveaways in the future. If this is the way that you guys like for me to do it, just kind of close my eyes, pick someone out of chat. I will do it that way. If you guys like if we want to do a competition in the future, we can do it that way. I just always like to pay for these giveaways, help you guys out any way I can. As I said, you guys inspire me. You guys motivate me. You guys, again, keep me fired up every day, being able to come here and live stream to you. And I want to always give back to you. I'm always going to be doing giveaways. I always want to help out any way I can, not only if it's a vacation giveaway, but free months, t-shirts, hoodies, mouses, trading equipment, whatever I can do. I want to make sure that I can do that because you guys are so great. All right, cool. But again, great job. So Ken Wicken is the winner. So yeah. So yeah, maybe I'll come up with different ideas, and if you guys have any ideas, you guys can always send them my way. No problem as well. Trade life, I can definitely look into that. No problem. Right now, guys, let's make sure we're not missing anything stock related. Let's just get back into the stock zone for a moment. Yeah, Ranger. All right, I changed my mind. Since Ken Wicken won, can we actually do best profit on Monday? Ken, you can bring your wife. You can bring your kids if you have them. I'm not sure how old you are. Or you can bring someone in chat. So if you guys want to, you guys can send Ken a message and say, Ken, we've always been best buddies. Me and you, we've been in Dex chat for a very long time. I know we've talked over on IM, and I know you want to bring me. There are 2 twin-size beds, so you and your buddy can always be able to go. Let's see here, TEVA. Ken, my man. So TEVA right here.